Hallo und willkommen zusammen zu einer neuen Aufnahme von Baldur's Gate 3 mit unserem Barden Tim Hardin. Ja, wir sind hier im Keller dieses merkwürdigen Typen, der anscheinend ein recht reicher Kerl zu sein scheint und wo sich irgendwelche Flüchtlinge bei ihm im Haus eingenistet haben und er wollte sie unbedingt raus haben. Und wir haben ihn und seine Bodyguards davon überzeugt, dass die doch vielleicht lieber bleiben sollten. Er hätte ja noch genug und so. Haben beim Gespräch bemerkt, dass der irgendwie komisch reagiert hat auf dieses Ding. Also irgendwas verbirgt er hier. Und wir sind halt dabei herauszufinden, was das ist. Hier unten sind hauptsächlich Spielzeug und Feuerwerkskörper. Und hier waren unsagbar viele Fallen. Hier ist sogar noch einer. Die werden wir jetzt auch gleich mal noch entschärfen. Zur Sicherheit. So. Also hier liegt überall jede Menge Spielzeug rum. Kaputte Loot. Musikinstrumente. Noch mehr Spielzeug. True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow Volume 1. Das hatten wir, glaube ich, auch schon mal. Ja, das ist halt einfach so ein Buch. Exile. Gnome Father also penned this book. A much bleaker read. Exile is full of sections like this. And with his stony features wrinkling in a snarl, Ladugor, god of the Dwergar, growled, "Your hounds and dribbling dogs, I shall have you flayed. I shall string flutes from your guts." Lutes. What a music shall fill my halls then. Hear me close, you mongrels and slobberers. Slavery is freedom. Freedom from difficult choice and from responsibility. So kann man es auch sehen. When you enslave an elf, you enchain him in a bit of use. The simpering knife ear slug. You make him worth a damn. Now throttle that mortality of yours and fetch me vessels. Ja, schön. Interessant, dass der solche Bücher da hat, aber halt. True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrooks Morrow Volume 1, das haben wir gerade erst gesehen.
Best avoid that trap.
Oh, Tales of the Hells. A pleasurable deal, the shocking truth. Below is a transcript of an interview with the writer and director of A Pleasurable Deal, Mr. Kingsley Harp. Ach, das hatten wir auch schon mal gefunden, ja. Gut. Pouch. Nothing. Hier noch irgend. Tja. Fire Ember. Nee. Tja. Und irgendwo hatte ich jetzt gerade noch eine Falle entdeckt. Wo auch immer das war. Aber das, ja. Ist auch nichts. Rope. Den schlagen wir mal nicht. Ein eleganter Stuhl. Ah, das wird wahrscheinlich ein Klavier hier, ne? Ah. Noch mehr Spielzeug. Tja. Ja, wie gesagt, alles voller Spielzeug. Haben wir hier noch irgendwas? Gortash sollen wir finden. Kithrak Force. Play the Frontiers. Halt, Pale Elf. Hm. Tja. Nö, sonst finde ich jetzt hier nichts. Oder? Na, da weiß ich auch schon. Perception failed. Dann gehen wir wieder hoch, oder? Oder ist hier noch irgendwas? Violine. Nö. Gut, gehe ich wieder hoch. The gate is closed. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on their teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. For too long the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the keepers of the gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. Mhm. Oh, Perle. Moment, Perle sollte man vielleicht auch. To wear ist nebenbei bemerkt. Schicke ich das alles mal zu Karlach? Weil lange werde ich ja sowieso nicht irgendwelche Sachen nehmen können. Ball, Training Shield, Backpack. Oh. Mhm. Disguise Kit. Kann man damit eigentlich was machen? Also sich verkleiden zum Beispiel. Cast Spell. Ah! Damit kann man den Spell Disguise Self wahrscheinlich casten. Interessant. Brauche ich aber nicht. Werde ich verticken. Ja, gehen wir halt wieder raus, ne?
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Balduran founds a city. This text roots its subject on Balduran, a sailor of exquisite renown who founded the city of Baldur's Gate many years ago. The prose is colorful but a little too self-satisfied round the edges, and the novel would be unremarkable but for one small entry about halfway through. Baldurian claimed a guardian and friend, Ansur. Bright were Ansur's scales, and brighter still his breath. Also ein Drache offensichtlich. Yet after betrayal too piercing to recount here in worthy detail, Ansur fled beneath the stone, thereby changing the name of the region he now slumbers under to match his draconic lineage. Fled beneath the stone, er ist unter irgendeinen Stein geflohen. Changing the name of the region he now slumbers under. Vielleicht bedeutet das ja irgendwann mal noch was. Das kann man ja mal Tim geben. Ich habe ja hier noch so ein Backpack, wo ich alle möglichen irgendwie questrelevanten Sachen rein tue. Ich jetzt noch wüsste. Ist immer schwer zu finden. Balduran Fonts und so weiter. Gut. Gut. Ja, bei diesen Regalen ist typischerweise nichts zu holen. Can't reach. Okay. Okay. The Spell Plague. Gut, hier oben scheint sonst eher nichts zu sein. Hier ist aber noch ein Zimmer.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Letter to Mamselle Amira. Madame Amira, thank you for the invitation. You know how much I love Charez Caress, but I still haven't lived down my last experience with the Drow twins, and I fear they won't have forgotten my little mishap. So that was probably my last visit. I hope you'll understand. Arthur. Okay.
Better to be within its walls.
Aber das Geld können wir ja mal gebrauchen.
At least here we stand a chance. Thank the gods.
Toymakers Basement Key.
Affected?
I don't
Na gut, wir nehmen ihn mal mit, auch wenn wir sowieso jetzt schon unten waren.
Still decent folk about.
Tja, sonst ist hier nichts, ne?
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through
Und hier, wo geht's hier hin?
brave, Ben. She's just learned to
Oh, ihre Tochter, hm? Cinta Colwitz.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
Schön. Das lassen wir hier mal stehen. Haben wir hier noch was? Wahrscheinlich nicht. Nichts Spannendes bestimmt. Verrotteter Käse. Gut, hier gibt es dann also sonst eigentlich auch nichts, ne? Toymakers Hauskey, okay. Auf dem Flaschenregal. Hätte man jetzt auch nicht da gesucht. Und hier geht's vermutlich, geht's hier raus?
To threaten the children. Cinta was trim.
Jo.
Girl, we'll get through this.
Lohnt sich das jetzt nochmal runterzugehen mit dem Schlüssel? Aber wir haben ja eigentlich alles aufgeknackt.
Silent to avoid causing
Die noch was zu
I
sagen?
don't like being cooped up inside, but it's what's best for Cinta. I'll make sure she knows you had a hand in it.
Okay.
At least
Gut.
we'll have some peace now.
Vielleicht findet man ja doch noch irgendwann was, was mit dem zu tun hat, aber im Moment ist es eher nicht so spannend. So, und was hier hinten los? Hier gibt's Flüchtlinge.
You see them over there? Refugees? Ha! Naught but a cover. I know what they really are.
Ah, natürlich.
Dyed-in-the-wool agents of the Absolute. Mark my words.
Das kommt mir so bekannt vor, dieser Schwachsinn. You think all the refugees are hardcore absolutists.
There's probably only a handful of rotten apples among them. But you know what they say about rot? It spreads quickly. Ruins the whole bunch.
Ja, and you're a pretty example of it.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have... Baldarians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods.
Dich zum Beispiel.
Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldarians.
Ja, ja. Immer auf die Ärmsten, ne? Genau, also Karlach liebt ja die Stadt, ne? Baldur's Gate is the most diverse city in all of Faerun. You should take them in with pride.
Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
Du willst es doch nicht mit Karlach verderben?
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington. They're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases. And anyone...
Gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Young lady, Shadowheart.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight.
Aha, das ist einer von den Chariten. Hm? You're Sharon, aren't you? From Shadowheart's Cloister.
There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
Let Shadowheart handle it.
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form of doing so, after all.
Naja, wir werden ihn jetzt mal nicht einfach so ermorden, gewissermaßen. Ne? Was ist das eigentlich für schwarzer Dampf, der von ihr
I'm
aufsteigt?
not paid to debate with civilians.
No, we pay taxes for you to protect us, not these intruders.
Covered
I'm
Critical.
paid to take down troublemakers. So don't
Sure.
make trouble.
Don't pay me any mind now. I'm just trying to make sure everyone gets fed.
Lord on the rack, give me patience.
Everything alright?
These protesters keep harassing the refugees. It's horrid. I just hope the Ilmater Temple opens up aid again soon. We need their help here.
I'm busy. Mind your own.
Gut.
Any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's
Dandy Thistlepetal.
Very well. Oh, to be fair, for a miserable collection of shabby hovels jam-packed with wretched refugees, this place isn't bad at all.
Glad to see you. Glad to see anybody, really. It was a lonely road getting here through those abandoned farmlands, and I'm a sociable sort.
Okay.
It weren't our farm though. At least we got the Scotty out of that burning barn.
No, I'm afraid I must insist you do not pet the hound.
My love, you can't keep being so rude to strangers. It's just a dog.
All the grabbing and touching startles poor Biscotti. I will not apologise for caring about my boy.
Er sieht nicht aus wie der Dialekt, den er spricht. A bit presumptuous. I never said I wanted to pet your dog.
Oh, trust me. Your eyes say it all. Everyone wants to pet him.
Some of us don't.
Okay. If simple petting startles the dog, I can only imagine how stressful this camp is.
Whatever the dog thinks, being here is much better than being out there. Right, my dear?
Well, the children can be a touch grabby, but yes, you're quite right, my darling. War is no place for a precious little baby like Biscotti after all.
Okay. Lassen wir doch mal mit Karlach mit dem Hund reden. Was hat's denn mit dem Hund auf sich?
Oh, God! Are they gonna see it? What happens if they don't see it?
Sid?
Sit? Really? No. No. That just won't do.
With farmers, yes.
Nee, ich werde mich jetzt nicht mit dem Hund rumschlagen, sozusagen.
You're right. I hadn't thought of that.
What's up for discussion?
Heads will roll for this. This transgression. This injustice.
What happened to you?
Oh, you poor, naive soul. Let me tell you a story. A perfectly respectable businessman wants to bring his, well, business into this fine city. And what do?
I'm guessing they didn't let you in.
They talk some absolute horse bollocks about papers and correct filing procedures and threw me in this slum. I should be loins deep in Chares's caress by now, not waddling about in filth.
Okay.
These clothes make me itch. Modesty, dear.
We've got to get Grunch into the city, but he's in no shape to travel. I wonder, what if we hid him in a big barrel and nailed it shut? Nah. Don't know how we're gonna get Grunch into the city, wounded as he is, but we have to.
Who the hell is Grunch? Ah.
Even if we got Grunch into the city... Whatever you need, I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
Let me take a look at that wound. No. Wir probieren es nochmal. Besser.
After a quick examination, you conclude that your patient is pretending to be wounded. You wonder why.
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are other people that need your help more urgently.
This is barely a scratch. What's the idea?
Shh, not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And frankly, I'd miss them. I don't really have any other friends. And I like those lads. So I think I'll stick around a while more.
Kann man noch mal mit denen reden und...
When Nilos and me were hiding, and hungry, and scared, it was Grunch who got us through. I'm not letting him down now.
Okay, ich dachte, man hätte jetzt die Option, vielleicht denen zu sagen, was los ist. Omi, ach, siehst du mal, die Tieflinge.
They got me signed up to learn to make pots, which is dumb. I'd rather learn how to kill cultists. And I bet you'd back me up on that.
Mhm. Naja, wenn hier alle Flüchtlinge sind, müssten natürlich hier genau... Sind natürlich auch die Tieflinge.
Worried about Umi.
Mhm. Danis, Bex, Ceres und Zorro.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say.
Mhm. At least you made it. How are you holding up?
It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him.
Aha. Zevlor ist schon wieder verschwunden. Müssen wir den schon wieder retten?
It was touch and go. Some close calls. The cult have claimed every road between Baldur's Gate.
Washing my pits. This is the song when up. Aye! Gonna blood not get any bleeding privacy around here. Bunch of perverts, the lot of you.
Okay.
We've lost so many since Elturel.
Toad breath.
Supplies.
What? I'm bushed. I ran for days to get someplace safe, and then found out I'm last in line to get in, because I'm a hobgoblin. As if I could change that.
Hail, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Forgive me, you're in no mood to talk about the weather. Your journey here was a hard one, no doubt. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate?
No, I'm Baldurian, born and bred. It's good to be home.
It's a fine city, isn't it? No better place to hail from. Used to be you'd arrive knowing you'd a full belly and a warm bed waiting for you. Not anymore. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top and, well, folk aren't feeling too generous.
Is there anything I can do to ease these people's burden?
I've been asking myself the same question. I wouldn't be the first to interfere. Some well-to-dos in the city donated enough to see the newcomers right for the time being. Only they didn't bother helping everyone else. Locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. Some Baldarians are kicking up a fuss round the front of the barn as we speak. If I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach him a lesson they'd never forget.
You're supposed to keep the peace, not stoke the fire.
What peace? If no one steps in, there'll be bodies piled high in the streets before long. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. If we don't show them that we mean business, they'll bleed us dry. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. What do you say?
Ich sage, dass es dieselbe beschissene Scheiße ist wie typischerweise in der Realität, dass man es irgendwie an den Ärmsten auslässt. Ne? They're innocent people, you just can't kill them.
Why does it matter? Innocence makes the blood run clearer.
Ja, wirklich. Orin. Typisch.
So, you're the lick spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. You'll need to bleed and carve this city if you want to turn him to grave meat. He shivers at the thought. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
Tja.
Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Allerliebst. Gut.
My son Garen is pleased we got this far together. But his wife's bitching is making me old before my time. Why can't he tell her to put a sock in it? How did the wine sock get?
Actually got here safely. Towing along my wife's sister and mother. Or maybe they towed me along, eh?
God, camping with the mother-in-law has been utter hell. Maybe I should just go on ahead into the city without her. Scouting, like.
Wahrscheinlich eine gute Idee.
Now, mind your tongues. Leave Christine to me.
Can't stand her, can't stand her, can't stand her! My sister-in-law. All law and no sister.
Nette Familie. Wie gut, dass ich da nicht zugehöre.
Have to keep going.
If you want to chat, talk to Nestor. I like my personal space.
Und ist er das? Ja, Manip Nestor.
Donations?
Donations for what?
Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going.
Maybe people would donate more if you weren't so rude.
Nothing to donate. Then again, do kindly leave. Back again, are you? If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going.
I'd like to take the donation into the barn myself.
Well, if you must, I suppose it saves me the walk. But if you're gonna do it, hurry up.
Tja, dann gucken wir uns doch mal an, was die Leute so donaten für die... Das würde natürlich jetzt alles als Diebstahl zählen. Was hat der so?
You best not piss away Manip Nestor's good graces. The Worms Rock prison is rather cold this time of year.
Nestor's warning. It seems I have to remind some of you that what is in the barn is for the refugees, not for your dinner. Next one I find skimming from the top cleans the latrine for the rest of the month. Na, das ist okay. Immerhin setzt er sich dafür ein, dass das Zeug auch zu den Flüchtlingen kommt. Okay. Der noch was zu sagen?
I hear you've been given permission to be here. Don't disappoint me.
Das kann man ja nicht irgendwie untersuchen, ne? Also die Kiste selber heißt nur, was die Kiste da hat. Spannendere Kiste. Many Tales of Mother Campestry. Nee, das ist auch mal wieder irgendeine Geschichte. Donations, ja, aber da kann ich nicht ran, das wäre schlecht. Schade, Investigation fehlt, irgendwas ist hier. Also ohne es jetzt aufzumachen und des Diebstahls bezichtigt zu werden. Andererseits könnte man ja mal Folgendes machen.
Please give me a hug. Bet your arms would be so snug.
Was war das gerade? Investigate suspicious toys. Find the dangerous toy donator. We found toys filled with explosives in the requisitioned barn donation style. We should find the culprit. Das wird nicht schwer sein. Aha, da hat jemand... Ja, das ist dieser Arthur, würde ich mal sagen. Bei dem haben wir ja im Keller genau das gefunden. Jede Menge Feuerwerkskörper und Spielzeug. Wow!
Oi, what in hell's most holy name are you doing here, citizen?
I just wanted to see what's inside the barn. Jetzt redet er wieder mit dem. Das ist ja echt nicht wahr. Ich will aber, dass du mit ihm redest.
And I just want to see what Manip Nestor has to say to you. Come on, with me. What was that?
Was?
Are you alright?
As alright as I can be after being next to a fiery explosion.
What happened here?
I was just looking at the donations and some of them blew up.
What? Those are children's toys. Which means if a child had picked one up... I don't want to think about it. How do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives?
I almost died in the explosion myself. I want to find whoever's responsible.
All right. I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest of the goods. You try and find whoever is responsible for this.
Sollte ich. Und ich sollte mal rasten.
Oh, lovely little pick-me-up.
Gut, sollte erst mal reichen, aber das war natürlich heftig. Gut, finden, wer zuständig ist. Ganz ehrlich, das kann eigentlich ja nur dieser Arthur sein. Und sagte der nicht irgendwas, er würde ins Shiraz oder so gehen? I don't know. Hier sind nochmal Tieflinge. Mattis und Mirkon.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore.
You looted Moonrise Towers?
Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry.
What do you think of Baldur's Gate?
Wish I could tell you. We're stuck out here, but most of the action is beyond Worm's Crossing.
Show me these fancy items you have to offer. Anything magical?
Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
So. Smoke Powder Arrow. Arcane Interference. Also so Pfeile kaufe ich immer mal. Was haben wir noch? Scabby Pookless Circlet. Martial Bravery. Okay, das ist wieder so eine Mönchsgeschichte. Studded Leather Armor. Thermo-Arcanic Gloves. Corvid Token. Boon of the Raven Queen. While wearing the amulet, the wearer's jump and flying speed increases by 5 feet, and they can cast Featherfall. Feathers Fall effects will persist while the wearer is polymorphed or wild-shaped. Und ich kann Polymorph Dire Raven machen. Aber es gibt eigentlich keinen Grund, das zu kaufen. Wenn ich es finden würde, okay, aber so. Nö, brauche ich nicht. Aber hier ist noch ein Pfeil. Sparrow Slaying? Sparrow? Ja, toll. Nee, ich brauche keinen Pfeil, der extra Schaden an Spatzen macht. In echt nicht. 900, das passt gerade. Hat sie noch was? Nee, nicht wissentlich. Die Dinger 3d6 Feuerschaden, die behalte ich mal. Na gut.
Stay away from trapped chests.
Gute Idee. So, wie sieht's denn hier aus? Hier ist Arthurs Mansion. Aber da war der ja nicht mehr, ne? Der ist ja abgezischt irgendwo nach Baldur's Gate. Den werden wir so wahrscheinlich nicht finden, bevor wir nicht nach Baldur's Gate reinkommen. Hier gibt es noch diverse Wege. Hier gibt es noch einen Weg. Wir gehen mal... Ach nee, hier kamen wir her, aber trotzdem wir... Da... Wir gehen mal hier lang. Hier geht es noch irgendwo hin, ne?
Good meal. I know. We need to get into the city. Glad at least one of us is here.
She's all right.
Hier ist noch mehr Lager. Hier kommt man da aber nicht hin, würde ich sagen.
So many more.
We'll make something out of it.
Dead chicken.
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Bloody savages, a lot of them.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages. They just had the sense to move quicker than us.
Was für Savages.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Mhm.
We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind.
Auch so nett.
Back off! I found these apples first.
Okay.
Look at that! Finest pie that fruit could have made. Now it's mud.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep?
Mhm.
Oh, the big one.
Hm. War hier nicht eben noch Rogue's Morsel? Da.
Shut it.
Moment, what's what?
Scavenge wherever you can from this mess.
Ah,
We'll make something out.
gut, ich habe mal wieder was gefunden.
Take the wood from the cart too.
Potion of Speed. Sehr gut.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
Hm.
We're as desperate as the rest of these savages.
Irgendwo muss es da hinten immer noch hingehen.
So we should do nothing. Just wait for the next wave. For all our sakes.
Gur Camp.
You think you can just walk into our camp, present yourself to Alma, or leave?
Mhm.
Rush into their claws again. Another defeat will wipe
Das
us
ist
out.
Alma.
Nothing to forgive. It is only Rechtei Hathran Rust.
Welcome, friend. You find us on a solemn day.
Why? What happened?
We underestimated an enemy.
Frey Valdiskdorovna. Frey Valdiskablast.
Our tribe left camp on a rescue mission. Only Alma and those you see here returned.
Hmm. Did they save whoever they set out to rescue?
They could not.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
I will say no more. It's not my tale to tell.
No. That shame is mine alone. We would
Shame?
not normally tolerate outsiders at a time like this.
Forgive me, I'm Tim Hardin.
The slayer of Ketherick Thorn.
Ui,
Well, these are strange times
wir
indeed.
sind bekannt. Yes, I killed Ketherick.
A fine trophy. Perhaps you would like to claim another.
Perhaps. What do we have in mind?
Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future.
We are monster hunters all. Our purpose is to kill beasts like these. But in our haste to save our little ones, we were rash. We charged straight into an ambush.
They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketherick could.
Ja, wir würden ja sowieso Astarion helfen wollen gegen diesen Cazador. Also liegt das quasi auf dem Weg. How am I meant to get in if this palace is so well guarded?
The main entrance is blockaded, but there is another way. Near the park, you will find a broken tower, mid-repair. Climb the scaffolding, and you can enter his palace. It may be watched, but you will not walk into the slaughter that we did.
Aha. Okay. And if it's too late to save your children?
Then we will settle for blood. Cazador must be destroyed. For the safety of the city, and to make sure no one else must feel our pain.
I'll do whatever I can.
If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Gut. Ja. Wie sieht das hier hinten aus? Irgendwie muss man auch da noch hinkommen, oder? Oder vielleicht hier irgendwo. Du bist doch eigentlich ganz nah, aber man kommt halt nicht hin, ne?
Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us. I do not like our chances.
Na gut. Schauen wir das nächste Mal, wie wir da hinkommen. Ich sehe es jetzt noch nicht so ganz, aber irgendwie muss man hier doch... Ah, hier geht es noch weiter. Das ist ja irgendein riesiges Camp. Aber hier ist schon die Küste. Aber irgendwie, vielleicht kommt man hier noch hin. Oder es ist nur Verzierung. Jo, dann gucken wir uns das nächste Mal in diesem Rivington um. Und ja, ich denke mal, wie gesagt, diesen Afu, der bestimmt schuld ist an diesem explodierenden Spielzeug, den werden wir hier nicht mehr finden. Aber irgendwann in Baldur's Gate. Also, bis dann.